Hey up! It's another Friday, and we're into February already. It'll soon be Christmas again. Welcome, episode 305 of the ProSynth Network show live. Just realised I haven't zoomed my camera in, so maybe I'll do that in a little while, and you can see all the mess that I generally cut out of the shot. But anyway, welcome to the show. We are live. It is just gone 7 p.m. here in the UK. And I hope that wherever you might be in the world, you're having a fantastic end to your week and hopefully a lovely weekend to look forward to over the next couple of days. It's going to get busy soon. Lots of shows coming up and events happening, including our very own, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. Let's do the housekeeping. Let's get all that out of the way first, and then we can crack on. It's a kind of a slow news week this week because it's post NAMM. Everyone kind of shot their bolt, for that event, and we're now coming into a slightly lean period, I guess, where we're starting to see the things that got showed at NAMM, coming into the retail stores, and we'll be able to spend all our money. But before we do. Let's go through and do the old housekeeping rubbish. So if you haven't already, do give us a like if you're watching the show and you like what you see. Give us a thumbs up. If you don't, and there are people that don't, then just click the thumbs down. It's fine. We don't mind. We won't hold it against you. It's absolutely okay. In fact, YouTube likes it because it's a form of engagement, and apparently that drives the old algorithm. So give us a like if you can. If you're watching during the show, apparently it makes more of an impact if you do it live. So if you're watching now and you're liking it, hit the like button right now. Let's get those numbers up. Let's see if we can get as many likes as we get viewers. That would be a good achievement. Also, if you want to comment during the show, you can do so through the YouTube chat, the Facebook live stream, or also on Twitch, where we're also broadcasting. You can comment in any of those three or on any of those three platforms, and we'll see all of those and bring them in as we see them. But most importantly, if you haven't already, give us a subscribe, because that really does help promote us and the channel, and it helps get the word out there. And if you are one of the over 100 subscribers that we are getting in almost on a weekly basis, then thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining us. And I hope that if this is your first show, that you'll enjoy it and you'll come back for more. But yeah, thank you to everyone. I don't know what's driven you here. I'm hoping it's the content that we've provided, particularly recently with NAMM and the Leviathan and all of that stuff. So fingers crossed, we'll have all of you fully satisfied very soon with even more great content. Also, if you know somebody who hasn't watched the show, that can't see the show or hasn't seen the show, then please do let them know and share the link around. That would be fantastic. Apparently my cam is freezing from time to time, and my audio keeps breaking up. And I don't know why that is. That's very strange. I will look into that as I go through. But anyway, let's carry on, and hopefully it won't be too bad for you. So there you go. That's all that stuff. Now, as you're probably well aware, we are a community-based channel. We are by the community for the community, and we do it all for you, and you do it all for us, because this is an expensive job. So we need a little bit of help every now and again to pay the bills, and if you could help contribute, then that's fantastic, but you don't have to. That's the key thing. You're not obliged to in any shape or form, but we are super grateful for those that do. There are different ways that you can support us. First of all, we've got the Patreon page, which I think is probably the best one to do. ProSynthNetwork.com/Patreon. If you subscribe to our Patreon channel there, then you also get a whole bunch of free stuff. You get free content, you get free patches for your synthesizers, you get free decent sampler instruments, you get free video content, exclusive video content. We've actually got a new bank of sounds for the Cherry Audio Mercury 8 going up hopefully this weekend, if I remember. So if you're a Mercury 8 owner and you want some new
Breaking
patches
up
courtesy, well, I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Is anybody else? Is it coming through on the chatty saying the same, or is it just you, Andrew?
Well, I'm just looking.
Because
Exactly. Why don't you carry on, and we'll see if anyone else mentions it. Go on.
It all seems. I say I've got good signals, everything's working. But yeah, we'll carry on regardless. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, Patreon. So do subscribe. It's just a minimum $2 a month. You can do more. You can do no less, I'm afraid, because that's the minimum they say. But you can sign up and you'll get free stuff. And we try and make it regularly free as well. So that's cool. No, I'm not muted, Tom. Ha. No, you can't catch me on that one. So that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is you can do it through the merchandise store. You can buy content. You can buy merch. See, like T-shirts with stuff on them and our name on them, and you can wear them out and about and tell everybody about this wonderful thing that we do on Friday nights. ProSynthNetwork.com/merch. By all means, go and avail yourself of some of the goodies that we've got over there. I need to refresh some of the designs and the stock, and we will be doing some stuff for Synth Southwest as well. So keep an eye on that, and if you want some goodies. And if you're coming to Synth Southwest, by the way, you might be able to buy T-shirts on the day. How about that? Make sure you bring your card, because we won't be doing cash, but we'll be doing that. So merchandise, and we're able to earn a few pennies from that. If you want to talk to fellow people throughout the ProSynth Network community during the week when we're not on air, one of the great ways to do that is on our Discord channel. There it is, ProSynthNetwork.com/Discord. It's there for your delectation. Please do join in. Thanks to everyone that has contributed so far, which is most useful. And of course, we are over on all the social media channels as well. Facebook is probably the most active of those, but of course here on YouTube. But we're also on Blue Sky, Twitch, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. So if you use any of those facilities, do give us a follow over there. And during the show, if you have a question you'd like to put to any of the panel this week, we don't have any guests this week, just some of the regulars. Jason won't be with us this week. Scott is a little bit late. Kent's in the background along with Andrew. We'll bring those in just a moment. But yeah, if you want to ask a question of any of us, stick a big capital Q in front of the question so that we can see it, and we'll move it over to our bucket. Big thanks to Steve Elbows in the chat, who is our moderator. I don't think we've got any of the other guys in there tonight. I kept meaning to drop Mr. Brooks a line just to check in on him, because he's not been around for a while. But I know he's okay. He's well. He's just taking some time off. I don't blame him. I know Andy, Synth Addict, is working, because we spoke to him earlier on one of Kent's shows. He's out and about doing his thing. So yeah, thanks to Steve Elbows, who's keeping everything, not that you need it, because you're all very well behaved, but he is there if you need any help from the moderators, and he'll also be posting links throughout the show to the things that we're talking about, which is brilliant, because I haven't told him what we're talking about, and yet he still manages to do that job so well. So thank you, Steve. Much appreciated, mate. Hope you're well, because I haven't spoken to you much in the last few days, so I hope everything's good with you. That's me done. I think I need a drink. By the way, it looks like beer. It is beer technically, but it's had the alcohol removed. So I'm just drinking kind of Guinness flavour water. But cheers nonetheless. I hope you've got a cup or a glass of whatever you fancy. So I'll join you in that. So before we do anything else, let's also just big up Fat Dust. That's Robert. 3 years, Dom didn't reply yet. No, it's 2, isn't it? I thought it was 2. No, it is 3. What am I saying? It is 3. More on that in just a moment. Yes, we miss him greatly too. Bossich247, haven't seen you around in a little while. But good to have you there. I hope you and your lovely wife are all okay. But thank you very much for your donation. Much appreciated. And for the cake fund from Mr. Longhurst, £3 and 5p to match our show number. Thank you, gentlemen, one and all. Talking of Andrew, let's bring him in. Make sure he's ready to go. Add him to the stage. What's he doing? Right, there we go. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Is it all better yet?
It seems to be better. Yeah, it seems to be. I think it was me. I just came out and went back in, if you know what I mean. You know,
yes.
It was me. I'd rebooted and done everything right, but it was still dicking around. So there we go. Back. Good. We're here. Unfortunately.
And are you well?
I'm okay. I've just finished all these videos I've been working on since before Christmas. I've just delivered the last of them today. So I'm a very happy bunny, and I can get on with other things now, which is great. I've got some time.
Yes, good. Excellent stuff. And bizarrely, he is not the last person to join the show, Mr. Ken Spong. You were late, but you're not as late as Scotty. But you are
as quiet as Scotty. Yeah, yes. You are as quiet as.
Yeah, you're muted at your end. It's not the system; it's you. It's your hardware. Audio professionals in the house. While we're waiting,
does it work now?
There he is.
Yeah, it's doing that weird thing again.
Thanks, Jim.
Is it gone again?
No. No,
that's
all
right.
Just saying thank you to Jim.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's. I've got to get rid of this other Scarlet thing. It's ruining everything. Yeah, it was loop back. It fires up with this muted now. It never used to. And it goes, computers.
Computer says no.
Computers, no, I don't like computers.
You finished that mini Moog yet?
Good God, no. I've got to look at that. Probably tomorrow, and then I've got 2 Jupiter 8s to do on Sunday.
Yes, you've got one to clean, haven't you, there?
Oh, one of the things I have to do to is clean it. There's the rest of the stuff I've got to do to it as well, because it's going to be a bucket of bolts.
Oh, well, really at least it keeps you busy and paid, I'm sure.
Well, busy anyway. There's quite a huge gap between being the busy and being actually paid.
Indeed.
Oh, in some cases, never.
Anyway, good to see you, mate. Although I've seen you since about midday.
Yeah, I missed you, darling, by the way.
Yes, I know.
I haven't seen you for nearly an hour and 3/4.
Far too long. Dear. Anyway, big thank you to Custom Sonics, otherwise known as Ger Hughes. Any chance of PSN knee pad merch for Mr. Spong? I don't think I do knee pads, but I'll
knee
look
pads.
into it.
Don't be a pussy. Come on.
I will look into it.
I don't need knee pads. Come on.
Custom Sonics, of course, is Ger Hughes, and it is he who has donated another small bank of Mercury 8 sounds for the Mercury 8. And they'll be going up on our Patreon page, and also I always forget to mention the YouTube channel membership, because that's exactly the same as Patreon, but you just pay it through YouTube, but you get all the same stuff. So if you want to do that instead of Patreon, you can, and you get all the free stuff as well there too. So I will put those up at some point tomorrow. Right, there we go. That's all of that. Now, as Robert alluded to in the chat, and I was reminded, because it had slipped my mind, it is 3 years this very day that we lost our good friend and great friend of the community, Mr. Dominic Hawken, who used to do wonderful stuff, and he is deeply missed by one and all, and anyone that comes into contact with him. And last year or the year before, I put together some of his best bits, because Dominic used to come on the show quite a bit, and in fact he used to run the show sometimes when we weren't around. So that's how close he was to what we do, and that's how much we valued him, because we could trust the good ship ProSynth network with Dominic. But when he was on the show, he was always a giggle. He was always a little bit unpredictable, but in a really good way. And so we I put together this little montage a year or two ago, and I thought, why not play it again now? In memory of our great friend Dominic Hawken. So take a moment, remember this guy with a big smile, because he wouldn't want it any other way. Dominic Hawken, legend. Network.
Hello and welcome to the ProSynth Network with myself, Rob Puricelli, but not. My name is Dominic Hawken, aka Mr. Wiggly. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, over. This is London calling.
This is Bury St Edmunds calling. United Kingdom 0-1.
We can hear you clearly. Over.
Nice one.
Top three records on your list, then, Rob, in case you lose your battery power.
Like, for example, Elton John's got an album coming out tomorrow, Regimental Sergeant Zippo, which was apparently the lost first album.
Well, you shall forever be called Regimental Sergeant Zippo for me from now on. I think that should be your title as the, as the controller of the ProSynth network. We should probably have a look at something synth related for a moment, if that's okay. Is that all right, Rob?
Absolutely. I'm going to go now because my phone is getting really hot and there's probably battery. Yeah.
All right, so, no worries. So, pop up whenever you want, and if I see it pop up, come and join us in a minute.
See you later.
See you later.
See you later. Bye. Bye. What a wanker.
Welcome, one and all. How are we? Are we all good?
Doing well.
Yeah, I'm all right.
We have fake Ben. How can we tell?
I forgot to download everything today, though, so I haven't had a chance to listen to any of the things we're going to talk about. So I thought I'd just pop in and say hello. You all right, everyone?
It's funny because Ben seems to have travelled south to the Midlands somewhere, judging by the accent. That's not old classic Warrington.
That's good. Right. Is it Liverpool?
It's kind of Gary Barlow.
Oh, Gary
You kind of got to talk
Barlow.
slow like that.
I didn't download it. No, I can't do it.
Anyway, it's me.
We never have guessed.
Everybody.
Rob, it's good to see you. How's Synthfest? Just the run-up.
Brilliant. But look who I found. Hello.
Hi there.
Retrobate floating around.
Oh, man.
You just pick these random people. Oh, wow, this is a better move. Yeah, we only had to move like 10 yards down the way, and it's working. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound a little bit sniffy.
A little bit sniffy. That's like saying Adolf Hitler had socialization problems. So good lads. So what have you seen, Rob? Anything you can talk about?
Lovely Soma stuff.
Oh, Soma's looking crazy.
It's
just beyond at the moment.
Yeah.
They're waving a big Soma flag, but I haven't really seen anything else. I mean, it's exciting. There's lots of people around, lots of booths. It feels like a recovery. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming out. The lockdown. It feels like.
NobCon was the same way this year.
Present company. So it should be
of course.
Yes.
Dominic Hawken, everyone. Bless him. What a character. Sorely missed.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the show, Scott McAuley. Where the bloody hell have you been? Well, I'll tell you where he has been. Audio engineering school, because we can't hear him.
Yeah. There we go. You can hear me now. Yeah.
There we go.
How are you?
Yeah, I think, did I not have you on my controller desk earlier on? It's usually you that leaves things muted, isn't it?
Oh, this is so good because today I get to be vindicated.
I'm all right. I'm doing well. It's been a steady old week this week. Good. It's kept me busy. So I'm finally just getting to recording the final videos for the Breeze 6, even though it's been out since last Friday.
Yeah.
It's just been a bit of a chaotic week, this one, but and then I'll be on to the form after that, just getting that one finished off.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been a steady old week. It's been good. The weather's absolutely terrible, but that's just seems to be the way of it at the moment. But that and car troubles, just the joys.
Oh yeah, you sent me. I saw a message earlier about you.
I was like, no.
Oh dear.
The joys.
Part of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never mind. Anyway,
I'm
good
just
to
waiting
have
for
you.
you to say it. I'm just waiting for you to say it teaches you for having a
No.
SUV.
How the hell could you afford it? That's what I'd like to know.
Hey.
That deserves. I don't know. Oh yeah, go on.
Oh, I was expecting a.
Well, yeah, we can do that.
Oh, I was just about in key there.
That's another 40 pence.
I know.
What a wanker.
Isn't it? There's this very strange sort of like, it's almost like a duality of, with Dom, like when Matt said to me today, he goes, "Oh, it's 3 years today." And I'm going, Christ, is it 3 years now?
Yeah, it's scary.
But at the same time, it feels like we lost him 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's 3 years. And it's sort of like, yeah, but it feels like he only went yesterday as well.
I still get this thing where if I see something that reminds me of him, like I see a picture of him or something, or see his name mentioned.
Yeah.
The first thing that goes in my head just for a split second is, I haven't heard from Dom in age. Oh, and then then there's the realization that because he's one of those guys that you could see him every day, or you could not see him for 6 months. Nothing would change.
Nothing changes. No. Like you saw him 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. And I still feel like we saw him 10 minutes ago, but like you say, you also feel like you haven't seen him in an age, and it's true, you haven't. But hey ho, there we go. And I'm sure he wouldn't want us maudling too much, but we do miss him.
And he was always so happy.
I know, it's horrible. No, it was infectious as well.
When he phoned me up and he says, "You want to do this quiz, on the show at the weekend?" I'm going, yeah. He says, I said, "Do you want me to do anything in particular?" He said, No, you don't have to do anything. I said, we could do something, sort of catch the little one out like that. And he goes, "Oh, what? Like what?" I said, "How about we do a quiz? I'm dressed as Darth Vader." And he goes, "That'd be brilliant. Do that, yeah, do that." So like everything was like, "Yeah, go for it."
Yeah.
It was like,
these people are few and far between, aren't they? They're such a huge character,
Why does all the good ones go?
Yeah,
absolutely, Ken.
Indeed. Anyway,
so we live forever.
Yeah, not all the time. Not all the time.
Oh, I don't know.
Right.
He's taking his time.
Yeah, we'll crack on. And we'll get through. We got some. I managed to kind of scrape around and find some interesting bits that we can sort of dig our teeth into this week. And I want to start with this thing first because
Pearl have got a new set of picks out.
I've made no bones about what I think of this incredible instrument, but it is now available. It is landing in people's studios, not mine, unfortunately, but we're going to try. But this is the brilliant new Magnolia from Frap Tools. Let's hear a little bit of it first. If you want to go and see the rest of that video, it's over on Frap Tools' YouTube page. It's just glorious. This thing sounds amazing. It is an 8-voice analog synthesizer, but it's an analog FM synthesizer. So obviously my interest was piqued rather soon. But it's through Zero FM, which is different from the linear FM that you'd get, say, on a DX7, and different to exponential FM that you tend to see, I guess, more on modular kind of gear. So through Zero FM just means basically no matter how much you adjust the modulation depth, everything still stays in tune. pretty much until you get to the very sort of ends of the limitations of the oscillator that you're modulating, not the one you're modulating with, but the one you're modulating. So you can get some incredible tones out of this. Yes, you get some of the predictably FM-y type things, but there's lots of other great things beyond. And as you saw in the video there, you've got these 6-stage envelopes. You've got amazing filters in there, and a lot of the contents in Magnolia comes from Frap Tools' 10 years of experience of making modular gear, particularly with the ones that kind of lean towards complex oscillation, West Coast synthesis, as many people call it. It's just an incredible machine. It's now available to buy, and I couldn't believe the price when I saw it, because I genuinely thought this was going to be a $4,000 euro plus. So I was thinking 4.5, because Frap Tools are a small company. This is their first ever keyboard synth. It's not like they're tooled up, to make this like they've done, stuff before. This is brand new. It's their first effort at doing a keyboard synthesizer. They've knocked it out of the park, and with the price as well. £3,699 is the average UK price. I think you'll pay, because of exchange rates, probably just over 4,000 in the US and maybe in Europe as well. But for me, I know it's still a very expensive synth. It's not something I'll be able to afford to buy just yet, but it's a hell of a synth, guys. Scott? You said you already kind of uttered some.
Yeah, it's definitely one that's going to be on my hit list, because it's so different from everything else.
Yeah.
Even just with the LFOs, the fact that you could sweep through the various shapes for the LFOs and things like that. It's got so much going for it that's unique, if you like, or relatively unique compared to anything else. It sounds amazing. So yeah, for me, it's pricey, but it seems to be the way of it nowadays. It's just the way of the world is things are expensive now. So it's a cracking sounding synth.
And one of the things I was reading through the manual, which you can go and download from their website if anybody's interested to start sort of figuring out what's going on here, that they fully accept that the technologies that they're using in this synthesizer are nothing new. They've not reinvented anything or created anything new. Mm-hmm. They've just decided to blend it in such a way to come up with this powerful keyboard synth that uses stuff that was previously in their modules. I mean, the amount of let me just bring this up before we go over to Kent and Andy. So I said it was 8-voice polyphonic with analog through 0 FM. Bitimbral. It is uses polyphonic aftertouch, 18 decibel per octave high pass and 24 decibel per octave low pass resonant filters with linear FM, 3 loopable DAH DSR envelopes, 3 digital LFOs per part arpeggiator, plus a per part 16-step sequencer.
Wow.
I mean, the stuff and the effects in here are glorious. I think they're proper analog effects. Oh no, sorry, digital effects. I thought they were going to put some analog. Maybe that was something they talked about beforehand. But no, it's got lots of effects in there, lots of modulation, destinations and sources. And it looks amazing. It's such a clean, simple interface as well. It's got a very similar look to the Super Gemini. Yeah, there is
similar.
It is it is.
There's a bit of that. But it is... I wish I could get rid of those boxes. It is see, I know we're going to get sniggers around, but I do like an orange knob, and they've added some to this.
So does they weren't on the model. Keith and Watford will be buying one of these.
Absolutely, Keith. You should be definitely getting one of these. This is it's come on just a little bit because the version we saw back in May at Superbooth was pretty close to what we've got here now. But it's just a glorious sounding machine. Andrew, thoughts?
I really like this, and I know there are some that say, look, it's I think they've pre-handled stuff by saying, we've not done anything new here in terms of each of the parts. They all existed, all of the technologies have existed, but we've done something new with it. I was thinking of it's the start of the F1 season. I'm an F1 nut. And this year they've got a new car which has to be shorter, smaller, still 1600cc, but 50% electric, 50% a petrol. And, you can get 1600s out on the road now. You can go and buy a 1600 car. They've been around forever. So none of that's new technology, but they're doing something quite unique in F1 with this. Same thing with this. This is doing its own unique thing. And I think last week, when we had the lovely chap whose name escapes me on from Leviathan, from ASM. Yes, thank you. When we were talking about the Leviathan, I think what excited me most about that was that nod to the past, where you have so many different ways of modulating. The modulation sources were just, extraordinary. And the same with this. The kinds of modulation. I've also seen it's got a polyphonic polymove or something. It's a new way of being able to express with polyphonic mod different ways of playing. This is just this, I know Scott and I spoke about this briefly earlier this week. This is exactly the kind of thing I love. I'd love to get one. Just because I can see how, as a sound designer and as a player, this would just tick all of those boxes immediately. I really like it. I love that metal knob as well. They are metal, aren't they?
They're all metal. Yeah. But the orange ones, they look good enough to eat. Polymove, a refined random generator that creates a random control signal for every voice and every destination within that voice. Yeah, and whatever.
Here's the thing: it's not. We say it's expensive, but it's got that polyphonic keyboard, polyphonic aftertouch keyboard. Those aren't cheap. Remove that, take away a lot of the other machining and stuff, and it starts becoming a lot cheaper. I love this. I wonder if they'll do a desktop version of it, but I love it as it is, and I think it's possible. It's not a bad price, all things considered.
No.
Yeah.
3699 UK, 4199 US and Euro is the price. Mr. Spong.
Mr. Spong.
What do you think of this one? And come on, give us your real thoughts. Come on.
Oh God, here we go.
I could have done without this coming out. I'm broken up as it is, thank you. Right, we've already got the new ASM. I'm still trying to learn how to say it properly. Leviathan, like that, Leviathan.
It's easy.
So and now we've got this girl.
Yeah,
and obviously they have done it in the same colour as its name, which makes perfect sense. These guys have a Eurorack background.
Yes.
That comes through in the design of this because because the features that are on this are where your conventional keyboard designer would go, stop there. They go, oh no, because on our modules you can do this, and this. Incorporate that as well, because the thing about the Eurorack stuff is you get facilities you don't get on keyboards normally. You can do like crazy stuff with the modules. So, and there's definitely a lot of that coming through with this, but it's a really nice, clean design. I like a keyboard you can rest the side of your hand on.
Yeah.
In between the knobs and little things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the facilities. It sounds. I'd like to have a go on one and see what it's like from using it in a musical way. So yeah. If if the world markets weren't in the absolute state they were, this would have been what 28. I suppose about 28, something like that. If the rest of that you can put down to idiots fecking about, putting the price up to that.
And what do you think, Kent, about it being? Because we had this conversation last week about the Leviathan. I'm not sure this is actually FM. As we know it, because it seems to be doing a whole bunch of other things that makes it feel very analog in terms of the sound it's producing and the way it's doing this stuff. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it's approaching FM from a different angle. Because normally what would happen when people go FM, they go, oh, so it sounds like a DX7. Yeah. That's what people do in their heads. Go, oh, it sounds like a DX7 then, does it? Yeah. Well, no, there's more than one way of doing FM. And you can get completely different types of sounds via that way. So...
I mean, this through zero FM really does start, because you start to get some really complex waveforms from that because you can throw positive and negative voltages at it, and it just stays in tune. Whereas on a DX7, you can still, give it a little bit of push, but you start getting to a point where things start going out of tune. And that's when, and sometimes you want that for sure. Sometimes you want that with the kind of your atonal stuff. But this is very musical.
If you were to look at it in its very basic form, I mean, it's not really, like you say, it's not really offering anything new and different from, say, a Synth or a Tubular 8 or whatever. But then in those sections, you have lots of these other things going on to make it interesting and to expand on the sounds. So yeah, I think she's a little sweetheart. Would I buy one? Yeah, if I had the money, I would buy one.
Yeah.
So the list is filling up now.
It is. I mean, who'd have thought? We're like 5 weeks into the new year, and we've probably already had 2 of the finalists for our best synthesizer over 1500. And I'm right now, I'm not sure which one wins. Because they both do great, and they're both FM synths. Even though the Levi's synth is an FM synth, it isn't FM synth, but it's an FM synth.
If they were to send me one of each, I'll find out for them.
Yeah.
Either that, or we change the categories so we have over 1500 between A and L, and then from M onwards, M to Z.
Top synthesizer that's made by Frap tools. But no, I mean, it's just amazing. We've had 2 incredibly powerful and beautifully designed and exceptionally sounding instruments in just the last 4 or 5 weeks. Well, actually 3 weeks, I suppose. There you go, Frap Tools Magnolia coming to a store. Literally, they are shipping now. I've seen pictures of people unboxing there, and I'm just like, I'm so jealous. I want one of these, but we'll see. We are trying to get hold of a review unit.
Said the guy sitting next to the Levi's synth.
Well, yeah. What can I say? I'm desperate to hear what they can do together. I've been speaking with Frap Tools and their PR, and they haven't said no yet. So that's
That's good.
That's good. So we'll see. But I can't imagine there's going to this is an expensive thing. It's a heavy thing, and I can't imagine they're going to be. So we'll see. But if we do get one, we'll be doing stuff with it. So that's for sure. Anyway, so there you go, Frap Tools Magnolia. It's available now. As I said, it's these are rough prices: 3699 UK, 4199 US and Euro, and available. I know Signal Sounds had them in stock. I know Toman have had them in stock. Various other places. So please go and if you are in the market for one, get one. Let us know what it's like. Yeah. Right. Let's see. What should we do now? Let's go from very expensive to not very expensive at all. Let's do something that's free. Let's do this. This is interesting because we'll stick with the FM theme. Let me just do that, and we do. Go away. There we go. Right. This is a freebie for people that own Ableton Live and also have a Yamaha 4-op DX patch editor, patch synthesizer, TX81Z, DX11, DX21, DX100. This is a Max for Live plugin, shall we say, that allows you to control and edit your synthesizer from within Live itself. I haven't tried this. I've installed it, but I need to dig out one of those synths to plug in and have a go with. But I know that our good friend Matt Evans, I sent this over to him because I know he's got a DX11, and I think he hasn't broken that one again yet. So I think he's had a go with it, and he said to me, thanks ever so much, that worked really well. So it's rather cool. But it's a Max for Live thing. As you can see, it's a fairly simple, straightforward interface, nothing too fancy. You don't need that much more. You get a little algorithm indicator over there on the left hand side, then you've got the 4 operators with all of their main functionality exposed for you to twiddle, and I guess you can automate that as well within Ableton Live. Best thing of all, it's completely free of charge, or you can pay $18, and this is Australian dollars, by the way, so it's about £9. and you can get some bonus sample packs, about 2.5 gigabytes of samples thrown in. He's tried it with the DX11 and the TX81Z. Essentially, they're the same synth. One's got a keyboard, the other one hasn't. And the DX21 he's tried with. He says it probably works with the 100, the 27, the V50, and the YS200. But he doesn't have any of those, so he hasn't been able to try it. But in essence, it should still do it, because they have pretty much the same 4-operator FM structure, except the TX81Z and the DX11, and I believe the V50, have multiple waveforms per operator rather than just sine waves. So as long as you don't get confused by that, you should be okay. What do you reckon? Anyone want to chip in on this one? I mean, it's not massively exciting, but it's nice to see a free editor for a vintage synth in a modern DAW.
I just wish I still had my DX100. I let mine go a good few years ago for silly money as well. It was just one of those, you know, when you have a clear out and then regret it after you've had the clear out. It's like,
I think
TX81Z.
I think there's a DX100 in the garage.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never got collected.
I've got one there. I picked one up a little while back.
Robert, I'll have a look for you.
Nice little synth.
Thank you, Ken. Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice.
I think there's one knocking around at the back somewhere.
But nice little freebie, that.
Yeah, it is.
MGF Audio.
It's one of the biggest problems with these synths is the programmability with them. So to get something like that, it's just these Max for Live little plugins that you get are so good, especially if people that learn how to code them properly. It's great.
Yeah, I looked at Max for Live, and I think I pulled the same face as I pulled when I looked at the Hacken Audio thing, which was like, no.
Yeah.
I'll let the clever people deal with that.
A good friend of mine, Mike, he's now left Ableton, but he was with Ableton from sort of early days.
Right.
And he'd learn all the ins and outs of Max and settings. If ever he wanted something like a plugin to control something, he would just sit and program it himself. It was like, I was so envious. It's like, just to know how to do that, you know. But yeah. Cool little idea, though. Great little idea. And free.
Yeah.
I like the layout of it as well. It's you know, you can see very clearly what's going on, which is always a bit impenetrable for many people, wasn't it? You know, I can see all these numbers, these menu items, but I don't understand how they work together. This makes it really clear.
Yeah.
Which is great, and it's free.
Get rid of that banner at the top, because you can't. There you go. You kind of see it. There you go. It's it's nothing. Yes, it's not a painting, a fine art painting. It's just simple, practical, straightforward, and easy to understand and use. But yeah, it's free. You haven't got anything that this would work on, have you, Kent?
Not to hand, I don't think.
And you don't use Ableton anyway?
No. I had the injection, and so I can't catch that. No.
Yes, as has been pointed out in the chat, it will also work with the Yamaha V2, which is what they called the DX11 in Japan, but they didn't call it the V2 over here for reasons that you might want to ask your grandparents about, or their parents.
Yeah.
V2 doesn't literally have many good connotations over here.
Yeah, it's like the Yamaha Reichstag that you catch on here either, didn't it?
they didn't do that. Dear, oh dear. Right, let's see. I'll tell you what we'll do. We need to shout about this because the Bob Moog Foundation have just announced, the other day, their latest raffle. And it's a bit of a doozy.
Hello there, my name is Thomas Dolby. We're here in my home studio in Baltimore, Maryland, and you have a special opportunity to win this gorgeous Moog Voyager. I think the Mini Moog has always been special because it does so many things uniquely well. Some people would use it for a fat bass bottom end. Chick Corea would be wailing lead guitar type parts. It just had a great sound to it. They had a brightness to them without being buzzy. For example, the brass parts on Sublime Music Science are 3 or 4 part chords on the Roland Jupiter 4, with the Moog playing a sort of a trumpet line like the top end. Because of the filters on it, just cut through in a really nice way. Although it's monophonic, in a studio you could stack it up when I was 21 years old, I got a call from Foreigner to go in the studio with them and create a lush intro for Waiting for a Girl Like You. And I only had my monophonic synth, but they let me in the back room with 8 open tracks on a multi-track. And I remember that 10cc had done this effect where they sort of made like a mellotron out of voices, recording different voices in each track and then playing the faders. And so I did the same thing with long sustained lines with my Moog, stacked them up and built this whole sort of textured intro, and it became very iconic.
So there you go. It's a Moog Voyager, because he did say he committed the cardinal sin. He called it a Moog, but it's a Moog Voyager XL. It was the Voyager XL was built for the 40th anniversary of the Mini Moog, the original Mini Moog, and of course the Voyager was the last synth that Bob designed himself. So this is just a larger version, longer keyboard. It's also got patch points and everything, so you can kind of do modular stuff on there. But it has all of the great things that the Voyager had, which had all of the great things that the Mini Moog had to an extent. It's a wonderful, wonderful instrument. Of course, Thomas has signed it, and you can go and buy your tickets at the Bob Moog Foundation right now. They are selling them. I will put the link up shortly. But there we go. They are. This, of course, the prices are dynamic, so they're showing what we would pay here in the UK. So it's £19 for a single ticket. 5 tickets will cost you 75, 12 will cost you 150, and 35 will cost you 373. You can buy as many of those as you like, and the raffle goes on until I believe it's the 23rd of February at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time in the US. So that's the time that it closes, and the winner will be announced the following Friday. So at the end of the week, we should know when it's arriving here, because like all these raffles, I'm going to win it, but I never do.
Yeah.
So there you go. There it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful machine. And so it's been signed by Thomas, and of course he's one of my heroes. In fact, I did speak with Michelle earlier, because whenever she does one of these, she says, "Do you want me to see if I can get them to come on the show and we talk about it?" And we've done many of those. We've had Eric Norlander, we had Dominic Milano, we had Jordan Rudess, and many others who have graced our screens to help promote this. She hasn't heard back from Thomas yet. It still might happen. You never know. I did ask her, so just try again. Tell him that it's it's a good thing, and we'll see. We'll get something done. But yeah, lovely, lovely thing. I mean, it looks gorgeous. Let me see if I can just bring up a picture here of it. Where are we? There we go. Share this and stick it on screen. There. So.
I mean, that's a gorgeous thing, isn't it?
Huge thing, isn't it? Huge thing.
Kate, have you ever had one through your workshop?
Yeah.
And how do they sound compared to the originals?
What, Mini Moog?
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't sound the same, because different Mini Moogs don't sound the same as each other either. It's a modern version of the Mini Moog. The XL is the Voyager with the breakout, basically. And they're all right. They're very powerful. They're everything that you expect from Moog, basically. It's you can have if you have an XL, it means you don't have to have a System 55 sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
And hasn't it got 2 filters and 2 LFOs?
Oh God, now you're asking.
Something.
Honestly, can't be.
Two resonant filters and a single LFO.
It's Voyager Plus.
Yeah.
With a ribbon controller, 61 keys, aftertouch. I mean, just buy your tickets. I'm definitely winning this. By the way, Robbie, you're not. I'm going to win this. That's what's happening.
Hang on, I'm just putting my tissues away.
Steady on this, Scotty boy. Steady on.
Be aware though, they are bloody heavy.
Well, I can imagine.
I mean, stupid.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No, when you look at the size of something and you can judge roughly how much it'll weigh. Yeah, double that.
Really?
Yeah, they are heavy.
Like we don't already have enough really heavy synths in our studios.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Even the wood colouring on that one is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, she's a sweet.
It is.
A beaut. Absolute beaut. Yeah, I'll be in on it. Well, I was away to say it's got my name on it, but it doesn't. It has Thomas's.
Well, that's the best colour to get them in, because I've had at least 2 come in where the guy said the very blonde ones. And he said, goes, "Oh, I see what you do with the minis. Can you make mine?
Do that with that.
Rich, dark, sort of Indian rosewood." And went, yeah, I'll do that for you. It's like, God, I regretted that.
Just out of curiosity, Ken, when you get a Moog keyboard, are they all made of the same wood? They're just stained different, or is it all different woods?
No, it's all different woods. In fact, what you find was during the production of minis, they started off with very expensive wood, beautiful hardwood. But as they went through sort of like 77, 78, 79, they got lighter and lighter and lighter. But the quality of the wood went down and down and down until they were practically like bloody balsa wood by the time the last ones were coming.
Am I right in thinking that RA Mini Moog was from a tree in Bob Moog's
The first
garden?
50 were built with trees out of Bob's garden.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
Yeah, so if you get one of the first 50 RAs, it's a beautiful. I can't for the life of me remember what it was. It was something like I think it was American walnut. So it was a really beautiful hardwood, and it would
Like
polish
briar
up
or something like that.
Yeah, that's Eric Frampton saying walnut. Yep.
Yeah. So, but the thing about the wood was because it's so hard and the grain was very tight. When you sanded and stained it and then waxed it, it took, so it went like glass. You can see your reflection in the wood when it was finished, and it was this nice, deep, rich, reddish brown colour. And when I used to do them to all the early minis, when they went up on Richard's website, they were gone. You just put the picture up and you go, "Yeah, I want to buy that," and they just out the door immediately. The light ones hung around forever. So
there you go. If you want to enter,
it's a fantastic prize, that one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice. That is a nice one. That is a nice.
I always think where they're going to go next, who they're going to get next, and then every time they bring someone out, I think, "Oh, okay," because I wasn't expecting Thomas Dolby.
No.
Proceeds of this go to the 3 core functions of the Bob Moog Foundation. One is Dr. Bob's Sound School, which takes electronic music making and all that comes with it out to over 35,000 elementary school kids at the moment in the US. It also supports the archive, which is incredibly important and contains some amazing things, not all of which are on display at the third thing, which is the Moogseum in Asheville. So 3 stupendously important aspects of Michelle and her team's work. And if you want to meet Michelle, she will be at Super Booth this year. So do come along and say hi. Her and Craig, I believe, will be there again. All good fun. So please go and buy your tickets. If you haven't already, that QR code there, scan it, and it will take you to the page. If not, try and pause the video down here and then look at the link. Can't put, for some reason, I can't make that link clickable. I wish we could do that. But anyway, I do believe that Steve Elbows has put a clickable link in the chat. Boom, there it is.
There it is.
He's
Thank you, Steve.
He's good.
Yeah.
So efficient.
Yeah, I know. He deserves a pay rise, I think. So there we go. Go and support that. Steve Elbows.
200, 500, 1,000%.
I am clickable.
You're on 1,000% more this week.
Yeah.
Ken.
Talking of old synthesizers, Nick's just reminded me of this one in the chat. This is one for UK members. I don't know if anybody else is able to get hold of this, but there was a let me just get rid of that comment on there. There was a thing on the TV show last week Sorry, not yesterday it was. Or was it yesterday or the day before? Anyway, it's called The Repair Shop. I don't know whether you have anything outside of the UK like this, but it's a bunch of very skilled craftspeople that specialise in certain things. So there's a guy that specialises in repairing old shoes. There's a guy that specialises in mechanical stuff. There's two ladies that specialise in toys and soft toys and all that kind of stuff. And there's this wonderful story of Dave Greenfield, who unfortunately is no longer with us. He was the keyboard player with the Stranglers, and he passed away, and he was replaced by a guy who was a massive Stranglers fan. Played in various other bands, nothing major. In fact, I think he had a record deal and then lost it. So just happened to get recruited into the Stranglers, and was given Dave's original organ. I don't think it was branded or anything. It was a rough old thing, but it was in a bad state, and they managed to restore it, and it's quite touching because this guy
on the show,
yeah, they restored it, and it's now fully working, and he's going to be I think he's going to be using it live because it is that sound. It's the sound of the early Stranglers. Funny, Dave Greenfield was one of those keyboard players that didn't really care so much about what he played, because his rig turned into certainly in the mid 90s, his rig turned into 3 Yamaha CS1Xs. So
really,
wow.
yeah. If you Google pictures of Dave Greenfield, you'll see him with a stack of 3 Yamaha CS1Xs. A nice, affordable budget synthesizer from Yamaha, but revered and loved by the man who gave us that wonderful playing on Golden Brown and
what a tune!
All of those classic Stranglers tracks.
That Golden Brown takes me back to my youth, and I remember my dad used to sing in a band. He was warm up for Slade and all sorts. My father. And I remember sitting in the summertime, we were driving to go on holiday, and Golden Brown came on the radio. And my father at the time had a Cortina estate, and my dad was one of these dads that didn't remove the plastic from the seat. So you would get in the back of the car in the summertime, and you would melt your legs.
Your ass cheeks.
But that's as soon as I hear Golden Brown, it takes me back to sitting in the back of the car and hearing my father sing that song. It's strange, but it's got such a bit of me in it. It's a strange track for me, but lovely music. And the time signature, I've tried to learn it, and it's a crazy time signature with it as well.
Yeah,
it's cool. Very, very cool track.
It was like when that came out, I remember everyone going, "Oh God, the Stranglers have like sold out," because it wasn't hard.
Yeah.
Well, they were never hard kind of punk, but they were punk, and I think the only original member of the band that's with the band now is JJ, the bass player.
It must have been the biggest seller, Rob. Was it the biggest seller, Golden Brown?
Oh, it had to be. I'm sure. Yeah,
it was so
they had
successful.
After that, they started sort of becoming a bit more commercial.
Yeah,
not bad, but just a bit more commercial.
Whatever happened to the Heroes? That was another big one, though. That was a big.
Oh yeah, so it was. Yeah,
that was a big. And again, another lovely little solo. Some great playing in that.
Yeah. No, he was great, but no, it's well worth digging out. I think Steve's posted a link, but I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be accessible outside of the UK because it's on the BBC iPlayer. But
you might find it on the iPlayer wherever you happen to be, on BritBox in the US.
Or BritBox, yeah. It's called The Repair Shop, and you'll see it there. Anyway, that's that. So don't forget, Bob Moog Foundation raffle. Go and buy your tickets. Links in the chat somewhere. Now then, let's move on to something else. Let's see.
I've had an idea.
Oh, go on then.
Oh God!
If everyone here is buying tickets for the Bob Moog raffle, to save you some time and effort, if you just want to send them all here, I'll keep an eye. I'll let you know if you win.
Of course you will.
What?
I can't see any flaw in that plan.
No.
Apart from one.
Not one. Just send them all.
I was just laughing there at Steve Smith's comment. You can't dance to Golden Brown unless you wear a leg splint.
True. true.
In answer to the question in the chat about whether you could put aluminium knobs on a Polybrute 12, yeah, you could, but you're going to have to get the D shaft inserts into the knob, because the thing about aluminium knobs, they don't do them in D shaft. But you can get inserts.
Which is the, yeah.
Yeah, because when they do the inside and when they drill it out, you can't get D-shaped drills. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
No.
Where's that? Where's the problem?
Well, you can, but
I declare racism, basically. But
well, yeah.
So yeah, because they well, you could change all the pots to round spindles, I suppose. But yeah, good luck. And no, I'm not available.
And the knobs on the Polybrute, fine. Anyway, moving on.
Not doing that.
Let's bring in this one. So Eventide are bringing back a thing called Music Mouse, which was a piece of software designed by Laurie Spiegel in the mid-'80s. She designed it and programmed it for use on the Macintosh, the Atari ST, and even the Amiga as well. And it was basically, it wasn't an instrument in its own right. You had to have it connected to something. Yeah. But this is I believe this is the Atari ST screen. I've got a video.
God, I remember this.
Yeah. So you basically set up your environment with the harmonic modes, the treatments, whether you want it to play chords or not, what the intervals are, and it just figures everything out. And so then you just drag your mouse over this grid, and it will, I think the horizontal axis is individual notes and the vertical axis is chords, but everything will always be kind of in tune. In key, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's have a watch of the video, and you kind of.
I've never seen this. This is new to me, this one.
Wow, this is 40 years old and it's coming back. So you get the idea. This is what Music Mouse is all about. You can connect anything up to it via MIDI. I believe there was also a whole bunch of DX7 patches that Laurie programmed as well to kind of work with this. But Eventide are bringing it back. They announced this at NAMM. I think we may have covered it briefly. But they're bringing it back. They haven't told us, I think the price, don't quote me on this, but I think it's going to be sub $30 for this piece of software. That might be an introductory price. I don't know. I don't think you can charge a huge amount of money for recreating a piece of software. But Laurie Spiegel, who you see here on the screen, is still involved with it, and it was still available up until about 10 years ago, and then it's just kind of fizzled out. But even the great Wendy Carlos really enjoyed using it. It's something that's kind of had a bit of a just kind of cult following, I suppose. But it's getting an official re-release, and I believe it will be in about a week or two's time, and it will probably be sub $30 US, so maybe a little bit less in British pounds. If you want to know more about it and be notified and receive a launch day discount, then stick your email address in there and subscribe to the Eventide newsletter, and you'll get it. I'd love to see how what they've done to it, because obviously this is quite an old style screen. I don't know whether they've decided to keep it retro or whether they give you an option. But I'm just thought this was really quite a cool little thing. You know,
thing is, I did use this back in the day. I had it, and I did use it, every once in a while. And it was you could connect it up to whatever synths you had that were MIDIable and all that stuff. It was actually a really good way of breaking out from your more sort of if giving you some creative ideas, chord patterns, chord ideas, chord shapes, that kind of stuff. The thing is, it worked, and it worked. Someone was asking in the chat, it worked exactly on a mouse. So you move the mouse up and down to give you, X, Y, and then you could use mouse clips left and right or whatever to give you, play a chord here, play whatever I'm over now. So ding, 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 ding. And you can see on the left, you've got different chords. You can set it up to be. You can set it as, lots of different musical styles. It's a really, really good thing. Now, I can see how this, certainly with AI and the kinds of mice that we have these days, I think they're going to come out with something really quite useful. I think it's a really, really good idea. Yeah. With pressure.
It would be a nice addition if it actually showed you the chord that it was actually playing.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it actually will.
If they have updated this, it would be good to see the actual chord.
Well, it's 40 years ago. I mean, if you have a look at it, there's even on there, there's aftertouch is mentioned, all sorts of, so it's, there's all sorts of things with different keys and control keys you could do then. You'll be able to do a lot more now. I think this is a really good idea.
I know
really good.
A lot of people back in the day did, oh God, he's big. Your camera's
I am, aren't I? What's going on there?
Sorry, just dinner. A lot of people did a lot of really cool
improvisation.
All right, hang on. There we go.
A lot of people did some really cool improvisations with this. I'd like to see how this works in a modern environment. Eventide surely think that there's some mileage in this. So, I think that would be...
for the likes of me, who doesn't have any musical theory whatsoever, something like that, it's like you say, Rob, it's just, or no, that's Andrew, sorry, that said, it kind of breaks out your habits and takes you on like a different tangent to... Cthulhu's another one that's like that. I don't know if you've ever tried that. That's X for Records. Cthulhu, it's called, and it's fantastic for that. He's basically broke up scales, but you can play them over the individual keys, but it actually tells you the chords that it's playing.
Oh, right.
So you can actually, in the key that you're in, if you're really struggling to come up with a chord yourself, you can go through all these individual chords and think, right, okay, that one sounds good. And then you basically take the MIDI from that chord and say, right, that's the chord I want to use, or learn how to play that chord. For people that don't have theory knowledge and haven't been trained properly, it's very useful.
I think the interesting thing about this is that there's already lots of chord making, create a set of chords, show me lots of chords that can do it, and it's kind of generated by AI and various other things and whatever else. The good thing about this is you can set the parameters for it, but it is still reliant on you navigating around that XY thing to come up with. So it is a performance each time, and you are contributing to it. I love that idea. I liked it at the beginning. I came up with some really sort of Bach stuff, and it's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing. I really want to see this happen. So yeah, I'll be buying that.
Mr. Spong.
Hey.
Same. I got fond memories of it. I must admit, because back in the day, you used to, like you say, use it to be sort of like, oh, that's a nice chord. Oh, I like the way that chord went with that chord, stuff like that. So it'd be nice to use that again, because normally to do stuff like that these days, what's that software I use now? Fentanyl. It doesn't seem to work.
Kent, I was going to ask you, when you were using it, did it recognise cuneiform and mud tablets?
Only on Wednesdays.
Ah, right, okay.
What can I say? I had so much music software on my Atari ST. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. There
were so many different types of weird and wonderful programs and sequences and stuff. And the one little sequencer where you filled in the little dots, and then it would play it back onto the keyboard and stuff. And you're there filling in little squares for like hours and hours, and then play it back and go, oh no, it's wrong. Where's it wrong?
Yeah.
It's like the patience of a saint. And nowadays,
Or
you just be
you
like,
get the
"I'm
timing
asked
out
for
on
that."
one
Yeah.
bar, and then the rest of the track is all out by a quarter of a beat.
Yeah, mate.
And you've got to put each one back so, individually.
Yeah, there was no way of selecting them all and just moving them all back one beat.
Yeah, you sort of go, thank God we're young. I've got time to do this.
Yeah.
Whereas now we're going, no, just copy paste because I'll be dead tomorrow. Just do it. Just get it done. I haven't got time for all this.
Indeed. Anyway, Music Mass will be out. I think it's in the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be around $30 or less from Eventide. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. As soon as it comes out, we'll have a look and see.
I can see, by the way, how they'll use that with some of their effects, their plugins and/or hardware.
Yeah.
That'll work really well.
Absolutely, yeah. Right, before we crack on with the next topic, I think it's time to remind you that we are doing a show, in Dawlish on March 21st, and here is Peter to tell you all about it.
This March, Dawlish becomes the beating heart of electronic sound. Welcome to the Pro Synth Network's Synth Southwest Expo, a celebration of synthesizers, sonic exploration, and live electronic music. Join us on Saturday, March the 21st at the Strand Centre, Dawlish, for a day packed with synth demos, modular rigs, hands-on gear, workshops, and showcases from passionate creators across our region.
Join us here at the Strand Centre for the Expo during the day. The festival is not for profit, so all proceeds from ticket sales and donations will be shared equally between the Strand Centre here in Dawlish, the Bob Moog Foundation, and the Alan R. Perlman Foundation.
Whether you're a seasoned sound designer, a curious beginner, or just love cool tech and great vibes, there's something for everyone. And when the sun goes down, the sound comes alive.
So the music will continue here at the Shaftesbury Theatre, where we'll be showcasing music from electronic artists from around our community.
Bringing you ambient soundscapes, pulsing rhythms, and full-on audio-visual immersion.
So join us, won't you?
So there we go. Synth Southwest, March 21st, kicking off 10 a.m. in the Strand Centre, as Peter said there. Let's just bring up the details on screen for you. Expo at 10 till 5, and then the concert across the road at the Shaftesbury Theatre from 7 p.m. till 10:30, and all profits will be split equally between the Alan R. Perlman Foundation, the Bob Moog Foundation, and the Strand Centre Dawlish itself, who have provided their services. You can check out the expo lineup. Let's have a look at this. So there will be various stands and stalls and people. So, for example, we'll be selling, hopefully, some merchandise. Kent will be there virtually on screen, so it'll be kind of like a pub, I suppose, but most of the action going on in Dawlish. Andrew's going to be there with some old stuff, including himself. The Alan R. Perlman Foundation will be represented by Ali Cassidy, who's coming over from Ireland, and she's bringing some vintage ARP stuff with her. Cherry Audio are going to be supporting us as well. Chris Poacher from CP Magnetic Media, he's the guy that does all of those replacement USB drives for vintage gear and other bits as well. Korg UK are still on to come down, so we're looking forward to receiving them and having their presence, which I think is it's just great that we've managed to snag one of the big three. Nick Howes will be there. Pete Catley, right, so if you are into electronic drums or drum machines, you will not want to miss Pete Catley's stand, because there will be drum machines, there will be electronic drum kits. It's going to be amazing. That stand alone is worth the entrance fee. Eddie Garcia, who we all know and love, will be bringing, I believe, some, or if not all, of his extensive Roland JV-JX collection, whatever it is. The great Robin Vincent is coming down. Yeah, we go to Synth East. He's coming to Synth Southwest. Robin will be there as Molten Modular, so I can't wait to see what he's going to have on his table. Gaz Music Solutions Recording Studios, that's nothing to do with Gaz Williams. We did ask him, but apparently he's going on tour with Steve Davis. GT Electronics will be there. Ian Cole from Sinners Music, the record label, they're going to be there. The Bob Moog Foundation will have some sort of representation. Polyfreak are going to be there, and Darren from Rackets, who makes some incredible products that you can put together yourself and do really cool things. They're going to be there, and then during the day, Bang Bang Clang are going to be giving us a lunchtime performance. They're a kind of 80s synth pop band, and then Eddie's going to be doing something, and so is Ian. So lots to look forward to during the day. And then if we go back for the concert lineup, we've got Peter James Stephen, who you saw in the video there. He's going to be opening the show with his Breaking the Sound Barrier performance. Then we've got the great Dr. Mike Metley, aka Mr. Spiral, and a special guest. Then we've got Ty Bloody Unwin in one of what is, I can't stress how rare a performance this is. He doesn't do live performances. He's done a couple for Sonic State. He's now decided that that we are deserving of his talent. So he's going to be doing something really unique and special. And then talking of unique and special, Dave Bessel, 1/4 of the electronic supergroup Node and a fantastic musician in his own right, will be headlining the show and playing us out till closing time at 10:30. There will be an interval between the show. There's a bar and all facilities at the Shaftesbury Theatre, so plenty to keep you entertained and amused throughout the day. Tickets are £10 for the day, £10 for the evening, or if you want to come to both, 18 quid. So we give you a bit of a discount if you promise to come to both
Billy
events.
bargain.
So please do come and buy tickets. They're selling well, but we can sell some more. So please
and for
do
those
come
of
along.
us that's likely not going to make it down there, is there a
Sorry,
way we
what?
can
You're not going to make it?
donate to that? Is there a way we can donate, or just
I'm
buy
sure
a
that
ticket?
we can
But I
set-
don't. We can maybe
sure
buy
we
a
can set
ticket for
something up.
someone that could make it. I don't know, but
That's a
good
great idea.
That's a good idea. But
That's a great
I will.
idea.
So we are setting up some sort of online payment thing for the merchandise at the thing, so I can put an option on there, donation.
yeah.
Or you can make donations.
And I would like to
us.
throw some money into that, but it's just there's no way I'll make it down there. You know, it's
No.
just a little bit too far for me. But
it's very well served
Lightweight.
by the railway. The railway literally is 5 minutes from the front door of the event.
is it? Is it?
So you can go down to London and then across on the
London.
Great Western.
London, mate.
Dawlish Railway. It's that magnificent railway line that runs literally right by the sea.
I could just sleep on Ken's sofa. Eh?
Come down on the Caledonian and then go over and is it
You can
Paddington?
squeeze
serves?
between the dogs, yeah.
I'm used to that, Ken.
Yeah. But no, I think we can set up some sort of donation. Yeah, I'll
that
do
would
that.
be
Keep
good.
on at me about that one, and I'll try
Yeah,
and get
will
that
do.
sorted.
And if anyone here, if buy tickets for your friends, that's it. It makes a great present. But share
great
around
gift,
that tickets. If just share it around, because we'd love to see as many of you as possible down there. We're all going to be, or most of us, going to be down there. Kent will be there virtually, and come,
There you
have
go, look,
fun. It's
Scotty.
going to be an amazing day.
Exeter Airport, you can get there from Edinburgh or Glasgow.
Edinburgh and
Yeah.
Glasgow.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Yeah, I'll take
If
a
you
look
can-
at it.
We're
See.
tempting-
if you
we're
can get
tempting
to
you.
Exeter,
I know.
I'll come and get you. I'll come and get you from Exeter.
Plus, there will be
Oh.
a
Thanks, Andrew.
ARP 2600
Seriously?
tonus,
A
number
tonus.
20, number 23,
Yeah,
Wow,
that people can have a go on.
yeah,
wow. And a salty
cool
Jupiter 4.
yes.
There's a very salty
Yeah.
Jupiter 4, a very, very, what we call a normal Andromeda Elysis A6, which means you turn it on, bugger all happens.
Nothing happens. Yeah, so it's functioning perfectly well, as expected.
Actually, because I don't know which I must ask Peter which Jupiter 4, because I think I gave him 2. I think I gave
For
him
stereo.
No, actually, one had voice cards and the other one didn't. I wonder which one had the bath.
I hope for the one without.
Oh, don't worry, Saltwater won't. It'll be fine.
Oh, I've just seen in the chat there that Matt's going. I'm not going to bother. I'll just put a donation in, Rob.
Yeah. Oh,
Matt, did you hear that? Oh,
Actually,
you're in so much trouble, Scott.
I know.
actually, you'll be
My
able.
Facebook Messenger's going to be going crazy now.
You'll be able to watch. You'll be able to watch the tone that's been restored for the event this week or this coming week on the pub, on the workshop pub, where I'll be shouting and screaming at it and just using larger hammers in succession.
I may need to come down and spend a day with you, Kent, to get 2 or 3 things just sorted out, keyboard sorted out on that, and a few other bits and pieces for this.
Well, while we're on that subject, can you remind me, what did you want done with the E4?
Which E4?
Involved a blowtorch.
The one you left here.
Large flame.
That was for Robbie, but I can use that. I mean, I can take it down and then we can. That was.
That's for Robbie.
Take it home.
Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. But I'll be down there. I think it needed just the PSU. I think it needed caps doing on the PSU.
Oh, okay. I knew there was something I had to do to it.
Actually, that reminds me. Still working.
Bloody well better be, you know.
Yeah. So that's Synth Southwest. Synthsouthwest.com is the website address. You can find out the lineups. You can buy your tickets for either the morning, the evening, or both. We'd love you to do both. We've got wristbands and everything. We've gone proper on this. Please do come in. This is our first ever attempt at doing a live event. Huge thank you to Peter James Stephen, who's been doing the vast bulk of all the preparation and has kind of done it. And I get reports, and he came down last weekend and we had a chat here and we sorted a few things out. Massive thank you to Peter for doing all the hard work. He lives that way, so it's really cool that he's been able to do that. And the Strand Centre and the Shaftesbury Theatre have been incredibly helpful. They're doing all the ticketing for us, so that's really cool. And once we've paid all of the bills, anything that's left over, split 3 ways, goes to those three places. I hope we get a decent amount to split. You know, £5 each is not quite good, but we'll see. It's all not for profit. Anyway, talking of donations and such, first I need to go through. I've been very lax here. Steve Smith, g'day. Thank you for your Australian $10. Thank you very much indeed. There was one from Scott McAuley Sounds. Thank you very much indeed, Scott. Big love to Dom, absolutely. Nigel Tedbury 5805 has donated £20. Thank you so much. Don't tend to join the chat these days, he says, but listen to the show every week. Thank you. Met Dom at Synthfest when he was manning the Soma stand. That's where we were when it was me and Dom on screen together. That was that day or that weekend. Truly lovely and genuine bloke. Agreed, I think. Definitely. Aquatis Borealis 4877. I don't know why YouTube's still sticking those numbers on the end. Not to drag too far off topic, but those knobs on the Magnolia look so good. This is what Kent was talking about. Knobs for the Polybrute. Can they be replaced with metal ones? Yes, but you need a D-shaft adapter.
Yes,
I think is the technical
D-shaft.
Well, I mean, you could CNC them out, but it would take weeks. You've got to do all those knobs. Be there forever.
Let's have a look here. Nick Howes has donated a ProSynth Network membership, and he donated it to Matt Evans. So Matt's got a membership. There we go.
Hey. How are you doing then? By the way, how are you, Nick?
Yeah, tell us how you are. I mean, obviously you're pretty well because you're in the chat and you're giving stuff away. $20 from Manny Fernandez, the great Dr. Manny Fernandez for Synth Southwest.
Manny Fernandez.
Extra 50 if someone slides a Behringer into Ty's rig. Challenge accepted. Accepted.
I could put that Timberwolf back together.
Yeah. This is another $10.
Good Lord.
It's an Australian free event, safer for the attendees. Thank you very much again, Steve. Much appreciated. And of course, one of our performers on the evening, Dr. Mike McAuley, has donated £20 to tell us that tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. GMT, on radiospiral.net, you can hear a 2-hour live improv by his special guest for Synth Southwest, London-based artist Paul Harriman, aka Edison Rex. So that's the mystery artist that is joining Mike at Synth Southwest. You can go and check out what he does tomorrow at 11 p.m. UK time, but 3 p.m. Pacific, which makes it 6 p.m. Eastern. Go and have a listen and a chat on the radiospiral.net Discord. Go and check that.
That's out. He does a good show, does Mike? Really like his show.
It's not much of a mystery now, is it?
No, there's not much talking.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's mostly music. Who'd have thought it?
Is it
Who
still a
the
mystery?
funk? Who the funk? I'm only kidding, Mike, and I know you'll give me a slap when you see me next time, which will be in
Ooh,
Can't
hello.
wait to see you.
March. Yeah.
Oh, matron
wait to
there.
see you.
Very nice there.
Yeah, I think that's all of the what's it's there. Thank
Cool.
you very much indeed. So we've had a bit of an interlude there. I'm just going to look. It's my second can of not a thing.
Just water, isn't it?
It's brown. Look, it's out of the non-alcoholic beers, and we don't sponsor. But Guinness Draft Zero is probably
It's the
the
nicest.
nicest.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
that's-
I've seen brown water. I wouldn't drink it.
You make brown water. Anyway, let's move on. We've done the Magic Mouse. How about we celebrate the return of one of the classic brands that maybe some of you might not know or appreciate, but ought to, because they are big. And that is the fact that General Music, who are now owned by a Finnish company, they're a big Italian company, but they're owned by a Finnish company, but they are bringing back the Gem brand. The Gem brand was the S2 and the S3, modelled pianos, keyboards used by the likes of Wakeman and Emerson. They were highly regarded. Even Paul Whiffen would love these, and I think he promoted and sold them and did demonstrations of them over the years. But General Music are bringing the Gem and the Lem brand. So the Lem brand was all kind of audio gear, not keyboards and stuff, but like outboard and all that kind of stuff. But Gem is coming back, and we don't quite know how they're going to come back, but they've got two Italians in charge of it, so anything could happen. Fabio De Fazio, who founded and ran Italy's version of what Thomann is, I guess, Strumenti Musicali, he's going to be heading up the Gem and the Lem rejuvenation, joined by Marco Medica, who's the CEO of Audio Effetti, and they hope to bring back the brands, but they haven't said exactly what. But what is worth noting is that Gem, they bought. So the thing is with Italian synthesizer and organ manufacturers, there was a lot of kind of buying up and swapping, and it's a very Italian, and there was a lot of moving around. And Gem bought up Elka, and Elka, I think, had previously bought up Orla. And guess what synthesizer Elka were famous for? The Synthex.
Yeah.
So could we possibly? I mean, we are stretching it here because we haven't.
You're open, mate.
Oh, it's a real stretch. It is a real.
It's a real stretch. But could we? Could we see the rejuvenation? We might see some of those, classic Italian synthesizers.
I'm interested in them doing this because I think Gem got a really bad sort of, not press, but they had a bad rep because it sounded too much like General Music and General MIDI.
Yes.
So people, and it looks too much, they looked too much like sort of the M1, that kind of thing. So no one really understood.
Like the M1.
But back then, when they released them, they had physically modelled pianos that were stunning. They did physical modelling for a load of stuff.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine if they were doing that then, what they could do now. I think this is a space to watch. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with the Gem. I really do.
Yeah. It's, I mean,
the Gem S2 was one of those ones that I always really fancied, but just never took the plunge with,
And they were expensive.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were like in Kurzweil kind of territory at that time.
Yeah.
When I was younger and looking and not so wise, I would look at Gem in the same way I'd look at Technics in terms of, I passed over WSA ones because I thought, Technics, they're home organs.
Yeah.
I always thought Gem were that kind of way. I always thought Kurzweil were not so, fancy. They weren't Roland, Yamaha, Korg. These were sort of older people's instruments. These were the instruments that people would have in their front rooms. Or there was stage stuff. It wasn't exciting. I mean, it doesn't even look that exciting.
Gem had a terrible branding issue. It really did. It really did. That they never. I don't think they actually really addressed. I don't think they're even aware of it, maybe.
And nobody ever took the Italian synthesizer industry that seriously. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because most of the companies that were making synthesizers in Italy were organ manufacturers and accordion manufacturers. And I think people just equated it and thought, what the hell are accordion manufacturers doing making synthesizers? It must be rubbish. But as we all know now, many, many years later, that some of the Italian synthesizers are highly sought after and do amazing things. I mean, the Synthex is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, and if you can take a motorcycle manufacturer and turn out the CS80 or these, I think you can make that stretch.
Yeah.
Just watch this space. Watch this space.
Yeah. I know there was one particular, the trouble is I can't remember what the name of it was, but there was one particular organ manufacturer that did a synth, and it was an absolute cat litter tray in a box. It was awful. It really was diabolical. And I remember it spreading like wildfire. So there was this association with organ manufacturers going into synthesizers. They were going to be automatically shite.
Yeah.
Like Kawaii.
And I'm trying to remember what the keyboard was.
Viscount?
But they weren't. Yeah, could have been Viscount.
Might have been Viscount.
Yeah.
Who were the people that took over Oberheim, the Italian? It was Viscount, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
The OB12.
Yeah, the OB12. I think Andrew Synchrotron's got one of those.
I know. I think Nick Howes gets very moist about the gusset, about the OB12.
Wonderful synth.
Yeah.
I mean, Tysco fell into the same trap as well.
Yeah.
And yet their SX400, stonking synthesizer.
I know, great synths.
Absolutely.
In fact, when I was going through a whole bunch of press releases for NAMM the other week, Tysco was there. I got really excited. I thought, oh my God, Tysco are coming back. But it isn't. It was just a range of guitar pedals. So I got very disappointed. Okay. But it would be lovely to see Tysco come back. No, I think it's interesting because Gem are kind of this underrated, not cool, not trendy. But if you are if you're Keith Emerson and you rate Gems, if you're Rick Wakeman and you rate Gems, there's got to be something good about them. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. It really will.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think I'm getting what Nick had on Wednesday. Poor fella on his show just couldn't get his frog out of his throat. So there you go. That's General Music are coming back, and we shall see what they come back with. Do you remember? Actually, before I do that, I've just remembered I need to do this. I need to tell you about next week's show before I forget. I don't want to get to the end of the show and not say this. Next week's show, we've got our good friends coming back. We've got Cherry Audio coming back. Why are they coming back? They're doing something new again. I had a little hot sweaty moment. I had a little hot sweaty moment there because I thought, have I actually played the right video? I don't want to jump the shark.
Oh, that would have,
yeah. Something new. The clues are there. Okay,
they are.
Watch the video. The clues are all there. It's another cracker, and Dan and Mal will be back on the show next week to tell us all about it. But you can find out yourself on the 10th, on Tuesday the 10th at what will be 6 p.m. UK time. So whatever that is in your part of the world, 6 p.m. UK. So that'll be 1 p.m. 1 p.m. on the East Coast.
Eastern.
And 10 on the Pacific, I believe.
Yeah.
11, 12,
and if you know,
yeah, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good one. I was playing with it last night, actually. It's very good. Dan, Mal will be back on the show next week to tell us all about it and how they did it and why they did it and all that kind of stuff. So join us next week for the Cherry Audio guys, which will be their first appearance this year. Yeah, it's their first appearance this year. It's their first new product of 2026. Probably the first of many, if they have their way. Now, do you remember, guys, Behringer put out a soft synth a while ago, and it went down like a lead balloon, really. It was not very well received. It didn't sound great, and they've literally done nothing with it at all since. I don't know what went on there, but it wasn't great. But somebody said, "Oh, it looks like something else," and we were all trying to figure out what it looked like. We did eventually find out what it was kind of visually based on. Certainly wasn't based on it sonically, but it was this. This is Sorus. And Sorus has just been updated to 4.1. So it's not a massive update. It got updated to 4 about last year, but it's on sale at the moment. And it's well worth the money. It's €59, $69, which is about half price. It is an analog modeling plugin that sounds incredibly good. We'll leave it there. It is a very comprehensive plugin. It's a massive range of sounds that you can get on this thing. I've been playing with this week and have been actually blown away. I can't think, why haven't I not found this synthesizer before? And it's just a huge amount of fun. Very low on the CPU usage as well, which is nice to see. Comes with over 1,000 presets, and has just got this lovely, simple interface, very straightforward, easy to navigate around. It's almost a kind of a sequential circuits style going on there. Just blocks of things that do stuff. The arpeggiator is very cool because it's kind of multi-step and does loads of cool things. It's just a really, really powerful instrument, and it's on sale at the moment for €59, $69. Guys, have any of you got this? Scott, have you got this?
I don't have it yet.
Yeah,
we were talking about it through the week. I don't have it yet, but it's definitely on my hit list because I seen the 4.1 update. Is it 4.1 or 4.2?
Yeah, 4.1. Yeah,
4.1. And I thought I need to grab that because but that was Dr. Mike just saying there that he loves his. He's got a few of these Tone2 plugins and says they're unsung heroes. So yeah, I think I'll be grabbing it just to see how it is, see how good it is. Going by from what you're saying, it sounds quite promising anyway.
For the money, it's just a very versatile instrument because it's analog emulation. It's got FM on it as well. Arpeggiators, 4 times stereo unison on there. It sounds huge if you want it to. It's all right. So they did jump at the beginning of the demo there, which I think might get us a copyright strike. I don't know.
That should have been followed with somebody going, "Get out of my bloody shop."
Yeah.
I don't think you'll get a copyright strike because they got it wrong.
Oh well, there you go. That's good.
Yeah.
That's so they didn't get a copyright strike.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah, because even the popcorn was one note out as well. If you noticed that.
Yeah, you see. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, free support and updates once you've purchased. It's very good. I know, Kent, you've got some great analog synthesizers around you there, but does this sort of thing appeal?
I've got this.
Oh, you got
I've got this. And can I just say,
go on.
That promotional video is not doing it any justice whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the presets, don't worry about them. But if you're going to sit down and craft a sound, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, hello. She's very, very, very good. It's very nice, nice and easy to use. But yeah, if you're going to go buy that introductory video, whatever you want to call it.
Don't base your judgment on that.
No. That's a bright orange Travant, basically, of a video. it's no, thank you.
So Keith should have it then.
Yeah, Keith will. Keith will have it just simply because it's Travant.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to find
massively communist, So. So. Yeah, and honestly, no, the video is not doing that plugin any favours at all.
I think I might have deleted the email.
Keith in Watford grad.
Oh, here you go.
Is what you're saying.
So 4.1 adds the following benefits and updates. So significantly enhanced sound quality when 44 kilohertz is used as the DAW sample rate, reduced aliasing by up to 12 dB, drastically enhanced sound quality in 88 kilohertz mode, enhanced sound of the reverb, smoother roll-off, less phasing, slightly enhanced sound of the chorus, and enhanced sound of the delay. It's now more easy to see sound sets in the patch browser. Template patches have different colors, and a VST3 only installation has been added to the setup. Enhanced patch browser, more smart detection of default installation paths, etc., fixes and a few bugs as well. So it's had a fairly decent 0.1 update to what is, for me anyway, is an instrument that's flown completely under my radar. What about you, Andrew? Did you hear of this before this? No.
It just when you posted the notes for the show, I hadn't heard of it, and I've no idea. We'll come to other things in a while shortly, but no, I haven't seen this. I may have a look. Have a look. It didn't jump out at me from the demos like Kent said. So yeah.
Cool stuff. There you go. So that is Tone2's Sorus. It's available now. You can go to what's the web address there? It is tone2.com. So TONE2.com, and then you can find Sorus from there. And I highly recommend it. It sounds great. I've had a lot of fun with it. It's what I liked about it. It was very CPU efficient. Everything was very snappy and quick. And so there you go. All good stuff. Talking of software synthesizer, I want to talk about this because I wish I had a decent video. I do have a video, but they haven't done like a snappy 90-second, 2-minute kind of video. So I'll play a little bit of the introduction. This is Ultra, which looks like an incredibly powerful thing.
Welcome to Ultra, and thanks for trying it out. I want to give you an explanation as to what ultrawave is, seeing as it's the main form of synthesis in this oscillator. You may have heard of wavetable synthesis, where you have a number of small samples that represent cycles, and they can be switched out during playback to change the tone. An ultrawave is similar to a wavetable, except that it has a pitch curve, an amp curve, an attack transient, a length, and automatic playback. So what that allows you to do is model realistic sounds like vocals. To me. But it also lets you do wavetable things like warping cycles. To me. And sampler type things like time stretching. To me. So one way to show you what an ultrawave is to build one from the ground up. I'm going to run a manual import on a sample of a short bass guitar. Now you can tell that it's a note because there's a repeating pattern of cycles here. So let's say we want to grab this particular cycle and bring it into our wavetable timeline. And now the engine will play back this cycle over and over, creating this note. Which sounds nothing like our original bass, but the reason is that this bass evolves over time. It starts with a cycle that looks a little bit like that, but by the time it gets to the end, things have changed. So if I grab this cycle from the end and put it into our timeline, you can hear the sound evolves from this sharper tone to a more mild tone, which doesn't quite sound like the original bass, so I'm going to keep adding cycles until it does. So that's sounding a lot closer, but one thing it's missing is the section at the start here. So you can see this section's a bit different. It isn't the same length, and it doesn't seem to match the other cycles. So I'm going to add it as an attack sample. So that sounds a lot better, and we're now getting the sound of the pick attack. I can turn the body off here, And that's the sound of the attack sample. I'll turn the body back on. So now we've got a really good sounding bass, but the difference is, unlike the original sample, our bass can sustain. So we've created a bass from a very short sample. This one was 273 milliseconds long. But what say we wanted to extend that and make it as if...
I'm conscious that I don't want to get dragged into the depth because it's really effing deep. But you can see
that's
that
clever stuff, though, isn't it?
I wish you hadn't stopped it there just another 10 seconds.
I know. Go and watch
10
it.
seconds.
It's a very compelling proposition.
I was fascinated by the pronunciation.
New Zealand, probably living in America for a bit.
Section
is what I thought.
Yeah, you're doing what? Sorry.
There was definitely a tinge of Kiwi.
Section in Ind.
Yeah, because like when they say deck, it's like dick.
Nicholas.
Give like dick.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole other conversation right there.
They go in for a massage, and someone says, "Take your Nicholas off."
Wasn't there that brilliant advert with the guy? It was supposed to be a fake advert. I'm going to paint me dick, and then he goes out into his decking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I got my necklace caught in your hair.
Yeah.
Get your knickers out of my hair, please.
This looks like an incredibly complex, powerful, but very well designed, I must say.
It is, yeah. It looks like a great user interface.
Yeah. Very clean, simple. You can look at it and sort of understand what's going on before you understand what's going on. But it does seem to be incredibly powerful. Stereo wavetables, multi-sampling, pitch and amp curves, advanced WAV importers. That's what we were having a look at there. Big online sound library.
Now you're talking.
Apple, and Windows as well. What you might also enjoy is the pricing. So one-off price is $149 US. That's currently on offer with 40% off. Lifetime license, perpetual license, full access to the synth, yours forever in one payment, and lifetime free updates. You also get 100 sound credits included, which you can exchange in their store. Or you can do rent to own, which is not subscriptions. Rent to own, $5.99 a month for 25 months. Again, 40% off the price. You get full access to the synth, yours forever once it's paid off, lifetime free updates, and 100 sound credits. No subscription model. Okay, so if you are anti-subscription, this is perfect for you. You can do it $5.99 a month. It's essentially. And I don't believe there's any interest on that. So, what a great way!
You can pause your
pause,
if you're
cancel,
doing rent. You can pause. Yep.
Somebody gives you some money for your birthday, you can clear it all up,
nice.
Or cancel. So there you go. It's a very good thing. It's for Windows 10, 11 or Mac OS 10, 14 and above. They don't have a Linux version yet, but let us know. That's what they say there. It's compatible with most stores as VST3 audio units plugin. Scott, you're the professional sound designer. And all due respect, Andrew, but he has a business and everything.
He didn't work for EMU though.
He didn't work for EMU. Well, did you work for EMU, Scott? Have you ever worked for EMU?
I worked for Rod Hull.
Okay, so he had his hand up your backside.
I worked for Rod Hill.
Did you used to feed his EMU then?
What do you
like
think?
This. I really like this. Yeah. I can, and I think Andrew will be the same. Me and him were probably just watching that video there, thinking, "Ooh, what could you do with that?" It's just, it's a new way of thinking again. It's just that the way you can sort of select, as long as you're getting selecting the points at the 0 points, you're fine. It's just when the whole thing's just going to knit.
It automatically selects 0 crossing points.
Which is great. It takes all the hard work out of, like you used to have to do with sampling and try and find those 0 points and trim. It's just doing it all automatically for you, which takes the legwork out of it and makes it far more enjoyable to actually get the creative sound design thing in. It's that'll be on my list. That's another one that will be, unlike Kent here, my list's going to end up the length of was going to say my arm, but maybe both my arms, because my arms are quite short. But no, it's amazing. Yeah. I actually looked at that a couple of weeks ago, and I just thought, some of these plugins that are coming out now, especially the ones that are Cherry are bringing out as well, it's just like, oh, gee. Yeah.
Amanda, it was asking here, I wonder if we can export wavetables from here. There's nothing on the website that I can see. But if so, as she says there, it could become a serum alternative that does many other things.
It kind of has that look of serum about it as well. Yeah, it's kind of got that whole UI, the serum UI, which I've always loved about serum. It was one of those, when as soon as you opened it, it was obvious how the thing actually operated. And if you wanted to take this modulation and send it to that source, or destination, should I say, it was so straightforward. It was just obvious.
The good thing is, if you're not sure about what it can or can't do, and whether it is for you or not, you can download it and try it for free. So there is a demo
which
version.
Is pretty good as well. The fact that you can rent to own, you can buy it outright, you can try it for free.
Yeah.
This rent to own, I like that idea. It's such a good idea for people, especially with the current market at the moment. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Andrew, as our other sound designer, who is esteemed as the other one. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's quite good, isn't it? I've downloaded it. I've already got it. It's I have a track that I was doing, an old track I was remixing, something I'd done about 10 years ago. And I liked the bass from one version of one of the bass takes, but it was a different sound to another take. And the parts, I like both the parts, and I wanted to mix them, but I couldn't mix it didn't quite work. So I used this to lift the sound off of the one, use the wavetable to stretch it out so it emulated the length and the playing style of the guy that I was working with. Thank you. And I was able to then play in the part that he'd done previously. I was just able to lay that back in, and it sounds freaking identical. I love this. And then I also use it to try and go from his bass guitar into a cello part that I was doing, a very low cello part. Again, worked perfectly. I love this instrument. I love it. I think it's an extraordinary thing.
Yeah, it's kind of snuck in around the back door, so to speak. What do you think, Kent? You like this?
Yeah, I like the aspect that you can download, other sounds to load into it. Because I'm 63 going on death. I really don't want to delve into it too deep. I haven't got the time anymore. I really haven't. Because I know. Look, no, come on. It looks.
I don't know where I found him. I really.
Yeah, it was over there under a blanket. Yeah, but it is. Because now when I just want to be like bing bong and off and be composing, not creating the sound. So the fact that you can load other people's hard work into it, cool, love it.
Yeah,
I'll probably get this as well.
I haven't downloaded it yet, but I will, just to give that free version a try. And I think if I like it, I'll just get it.
Yeah,
it does seem very.
And I must admit,
I would be intrigued to know if that first vocal sample that they let you hear was it a vocal sample that had been slightly manipulated, or was that a wavetable, fully wavetable that had created that vocal?
I think it was a vocal sample that was then subsequently manipulated. You can just import these samples in.
Yeah, because that was so close.
Yeah, it was
just the fact that you can have 5 second or long. You can have long wavetables. You're not just this 128. They're long. They're long. So, sorry, I just want to cover. Nick Howes asked at the beginning. He asked a question about rent to buy and subscription and all that. What do we all think about subscription? Is it the way that everyone's going? And he mentioned it particularly in relation to this. Do you know? I think the funny thing about any of these markets is when everyone shifts to one way of doing things. In this case, subscription based. Someone can come in and disrupt that market by giving you buy to own, always yours. Those opportunities will still be there, and this is a perfect example of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so as indeed are Cherry and lots and lots of people doing this thing. So
Well, see the point of subscriptions was if you wanted access to software that costs thousands of pounds.
Yes.
That's where it's useful for the people who can't afford to throw 17 grand at Vienna, for instance. And so rent it. But,
Midgear's got enough money.
Yeah, exactly. So if you got a piece of software that costs 150 quid and it's subscription, I mean, it's not very long before you bought it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the wavetable thing on this is just the start. Yeah, there's lots in this synth. It's a good thing.
But I would use this to take a sample and manipulate it to work with something that I'm working with. Then, that kind of thing, using it as a tool in that respect. But not as a, wouldn't use it a lot.
It could be used for so many things though. But like being able to pick those zero crossover points, you could use it for transitions or on a vocal transition and pitch it and do all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was using.
See, some of my vocal libraries where, like used to do, like for instance, if they were singing a phrase, and there'd be certain notes that just aren't going to fit, and I would be able to pitch transpose those particular parts. But this is making it look like it's a much easier way in lengthening words.
Well, the other thing is
the tempo and stuff like that.
It will map the pitch from the incoming waveform and or the amp. Yeah, the amplitude. So it will match. So if you've got someone doing a vocal and they're doing a swoop up that's particularly exactly what you need to have happen, you can map that. You can grab it and map it. Yeah. It's a clever piece of software.
Well, I'm thinking of libraries off the top of my head. Some of the East West ones like Ra and Voices of Passion and stuff like that, where they have sung phrases in certain keys, with varying notes within it. And this will be able to allow me to change.
Yeah, if you like a specific phrase, but hum it in the key that you want it.
And then be able to swap words around and do all that without having to really do a
key
lot of chopping about. Yeah, I mean
L dominant 14th.
Well, some of them, the first three notes that she sings, for instance, are absolutely perfect for what you're writing, and then the next 9 aren't. And so to have software that would cleanly be able to manipulate the waveform.
That's what editing's for, Ken.
Yeah, but it's normally been a pain in the ass.
Next bit.
63 going on death, remember? Come on. Ain't got time. Chop.
Let's all download it and have a play and see what we come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing. Yeah. Good thing.
Ultra.net is the website. Ultra.audio is the website. And then you can buy that there. My Logify, I hope I've said that right, did point out that there is no about on the web page. There's nothing to kind of tell you who's behind this, where's it come from, which I don't think is anything too sinister, but it would be nice to kind of have a bit of a background. They do have a Discord channel, so it might be worth popping along there. They're also on Reddit, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, so maybe there's some information on that. But that's a very good point. It's always nice to kind of know who's behind this, but it does seem like an incredibly powerful thing and well worth some of the attention. We've run out of time, guys. We've also we're gonna have to maybe move a couple of topics to next week, which will be the pre-Valentine show. And of course, we've got the guys from Cherry Audio coming on. We've got Dan and Mal coming back to tell us all about their brand new synthesizer, which will be launching next Tuesday. So make sure you go and subscribe to the Cherry Audio YouTube channel to see the presentation. And then I believe there'll be some demonstration videos after that. So please do go and have a look over there. But that's it from us for tonight, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Busy weekends for all of you, or quiet feet up kind of things?
I'm doing a sound bank for next week.
Lovely.
For you, for us, for Patreon, with James Dyson. James Dyson and I are doing that, just doing a small thing for you guys, and some demos over the weekend and a video for something.
Kent, you up to your leathery bits in more?
Yeah, work.
Good.
was it Hello Boys?
I'm checking his garage for a DX100.
I need to check his garage.
Yeah. Do that and all.
I'm going to hold you to that now, Kent.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
You're doing more video work, are you, Scott?
I am, yeah. I'll be the video work tomorrow and then probably onto the forum tomorrow afternoon, get that one polished and out the way, and then decide where I'm going after that.
Cool. I want to know Synchrotron's doing a show tomorrow.
I know. I don't think he's in ages.
Is he still in the chat or has he left?
He was.
I don't know if he's still there.
He was. Andy, are you doing a show tomorrow?
Me?
No. Andy Synchrotron.
What?
I miss his 2-hour show.
We'll give him
morning.
time for the stream to catch up because obviously they're a little. No,
Ken,
sorry. It'll come back. Don't worry.
I'll have to watch one of the old ones.
I'm going to be getting ready for Synth East, which is in 2 weeks' time. So that's going to be fun. So if you want to come and see me and Peter, we're going to have a bit of a Roland thing going on. That's why I've got the old 106 out.
I thought that was a 106 over your shoulder.
It is, yeah. Frankie Goes to Hollywood's 106, that one.
Is it?
Yes. So we have a 106. We're going to have a Juno 6. And Peter's also bringing his big old JX10, which I've never played one.
Nice.
And we'll also have potentially that Art Tonus, the 2600. I'll also be bringing the Osprey 8 drum synthesizer and the Amitech AR110 drum synth as well, just to fill up some gaps on the display. But we'll be there along with a whole bunch of other great people. Take the Fear Out, the Gear guys are going to be there. Obviously, Robin Vincent, he runs it. He's going to be there. And who else? Steve Davis. I think Jervis is going to be there. Gaz, I'm sure Gaz Williams will be there. There's going to be a Cabaret Voltaire doing a gig on the Saturday night. There's a Friday night thing with a film and a podcast recording. And it's going to be a great weekend. And it's all in Norwich. And it's going to be great. Looking forward to that a lot. So we will see you all same time, same place next week with our friends from Cherry Audio, which we're very excited about. And have a great weekend, everyone. Take care. See you soon. Make loads of music. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye.